in a particular context, in the pretext, under which conditions people are supposed that, thief is supposed to be punished to cut his hands. So that is not explained, one thing. Secondly, and the most difficult task, which is not propagated and is not taken initially, as compared with a lot of, for example, everybody knows Muslims don't drink. They are not supposed to drink alcohol, not to eat meats, the things like that. It's an important thing, for example, to know how to apply the laws of the Quran, laws of Islam in the modern context. One thing, and secondly, not to tell, for example, the difficult task of our ulama. I'm not talking about the ulama because most in the history. I'm talking about have to explain that. But I'm interested to know the very simple question for the people to understand. In the modern concept, how you are going to apply. While the people are not aware of the economic and socio-political structure of the system. That is my question. That can be something practical. Otherwise, just to enjoy having nice discussion and go out. That's my question.
What is your problem? You see, your problem at the moment is not that somebody stole your wife's handbag and you want to have her hands chopped off. It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply here. You don't need it. In other words, you're going to waste everybody's time discussing hypothetically, there is no Islamic government here, then if there is Islamic government, there is a jurisprudence, people who study the law, and under what circumstances what will be applied. It's not that somebody pinch your pen and it's a chop of his hands, somebody does a chop of his head. It doesn't work like that. You see, there are jurisprudence, they will sit down, if there's a government, if the government of Pakistan is acting upon it, find out from the jurisprudence. If a law is being acted upon in Iran, find out how they're working it. Here now you're asking me about jurisprudence. I am an expert in comparative religion. You ask me questions pertaining to that. Then you are honoring me and you will get the maximum out of me. You're going to ask me all these things now. This is what the Jews were doing to the Jesus Christ. Asking him questions, trying to trap him. This is what is your problem? You ask me now, look, the Christian was asking you, why don't you eat the pig? Then you'd ask me, look man, I don't know how to answer that fellow. How would you answer that? Islam teaches this 5 times a day. How can you pray 5 times a day? Tell me that. What is your problem? This is not your problem about chopping people's hands. Because I don't know how many people you have seen with chopped hands. In your life, if you have seen a single Muslim with his hands chopped off for stealing, have you seen one yet? I haven't. I'm 70 years old. I haven't seen one yet. So this is not a problem. When there's a problem, then you talk about it. I hope.
How to implement that?
That is when you establish a government. You establish in Geneva Islamic government in this country. Then I will come and help you how to implement that law. You make it a Muslim country.
Sir, I would like to ask you, you mentioned earlier about the second coming of Christ. I would like you to elaborate on that.
That is not the subject about the second coming of Christ. I said in his second coming, if you had the chance to ask him, you see, I was in the context of what I was telling you. Oh Jesus, because only then you can ask him. Otherwise it's too late on the other side. See? So when he comes along, he's looking for his people. So you can ask him, what church you belong to, sir? What church? What religion you follow? So if he told you Christianity, then you ask him, I will ask him. If he tells me Christianity, what church you belong to? That is hypothetical. In other words, it is nonsensical. Really. That you're going to ask this man of God, what is your religion? Because he can't say Christianity and Moses can't say Judaism. I was trying to prove that. Not about his second coming and what he's going to do and how he's going to do. That was not a part of the subject. This young man here has still got his Christian. Yes. Give it to him that mic, please. Give him that mic. Oh, the lady has. I'm sorry. She's got a question. You sure? Do you have a question? No, you cannot. No. Give it to the young man.
I see there right that you don't want to explain or as you said, you are a professor, and I do admire this, and I did get it. You don't want to go to the detail to say if we do cut the hands, if we do get the prostitutes and stoning them, is that right or wrong? You don't want to enter in this subject. But very simply, I want to ask you one question on behalf of my wife. And this is something, she is Swiss, and she was a bit annoyed that you were attacking Western people, that no white man has ever invited me for a tea. Could you please explain me all these political asylums that they give us to Iranians, to communists, to Jewish, I don't know what, all these Americans, Swiss, British that you said they were helping, they were acting like Nazis, that I don't think it is, I mean, you know much more than me, but what I've heard, the British, they helped the Jewish, and you are saying they acted the same. So I don't want to answer back the question that no, it is not only the Muslim world that they are the best. But my wife, as a Muslim, she's Swiss, she has converted. She comes to you at the end of this conversation, please do excuse me, I don't want to put you on the edge. And she wants to shake hands with you. Will you do that?
Yes.
You will. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Right. Next one.
You see, I think it happens at times, language. What I was trying to demonstrate was, it's finished now. Yes. You see, what I was trying to demonstrate was that in my country, we are all color conscious. Why? Because of the laws. I didn't say that you Swiss lady is a color conscious person, or this one or that. I didn't say that all the Europeans are like that. I said in my country, because the laws are based on color, everybody, I said including myself. If you remember, I said if I'm looking for a daughter-in-law, I was going to look for the lightest complexion one. Didn't I say that? So I said, look, the sickness is universal. We are cultivated, the sickness. Everybody talking color, color, color. So no matter how good you are, how saintly you are, you also get contaminated. If not 100%, 5%. You still have that sickness. Because everybody is thinking in terms of color. I wasn't trying to say that there are no good people among the whites. They don't give you refuge to the Iranians, to the South Africans. They're running away from there, and you give them refuge here, you give them refuge in Britain. No, they're fantastic people. In South Africa also, they're very good people. But I said as a whole now, everybody is thinking in terms of color. And I didn't say that everybody here is sick in Geneva. I didn't say that. I suppose language is like that, we're trying to say something and somebody understands it. By the way, I was thinking that the chairman might introduce this, or I might have done it myself. You see these posters here. A great debate took place in America between Jimmy Swaggart, he is one of the mightiest Christian missionaries this century, Jimmy Swaggart, and myself. And that debate plus questions and answers were taken on video professionally. And they are available. There are 2 tapes. One is the debate and one is the question and answer. And I brought them with me. I thought in case people want them handy, instead of writing to South Africa, the information is given there. You can write and get it. But if you want them tonight and tomorrow night, if they are available, you can have them for 75 francs. Francs is your currency. Francs. Yes. Swiss francs. 75 francs. There's 2 for 75 francs. You can have them tonight if they are here, and tomorrow night if they are available. And in the meantime, if there's some certain offers here, there's a book, absolutely free of charge. You write for it to the address given, Islamic Propagation Center in Durban, and the book plus a video list, in case you haven't got it, you can get it also free of charge from South Africa.
Thank you very much, Brother Deedat, and thank you all, Brothers and sisters, for a wonderful evening. And tomorrow night in University Ola, the subject will be
Christ in Islam.
Christ in Islam, and I hope the questions will be pertaining to the subject. And therefore tomorrow, the same Ola, and the subject will be Muhammad in the Bible.